from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Hi! Happy weekend! Thank you for watching us. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. Special. I'm doing okay. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topic. Thank you. Have a seat. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Cupcake. Hi, Cupcake. I actually like it turned up like this, you know what I mean? It's the weekend. Let's have some fun. Kids are on spring break. My boy is here somewhere running around. Yeah. The hunters are here. So happy weekend. Taylor Swift. Now, I like Taylor Swift, but she's got this stalker. You heard about this? The stalker just got out of jail. And 6 hours after getting out of jail, at about 2 o'clock in the morning here in New York City, downtown, he broke into her townhouse. For the second time. Oh, yes. It was earlier this morning. Yeah. A 22-year-old man. Now, can we show the picture of him? Oh, yeah. Well, like normally you think of a Swiftie as being like a 16-year-old girl and they're not interested in stalking her or anything like that. They're interested in copying her style and maybe some of the things she says about hair and, you know, she's got bullyish ways, Taylor, in a nice girl kind of mean girl way. But I don't think of Taylor Swift as being stalked by a 22-year-old boy. Well, clearly he has issues because this is his second time stalking her. Oh, yes. Same apartment years ago. He broke in and the cops in New York, right here, found him asleep in her bed. Found him asleep in her bed. No, she wasn't there. No one was hurt. The cops found him asleep in her bed. This is a second floor balcony that he used. Now, first of all, 2 o'clock in the morning, anybody looks crazy walking down the street with a ladder. You know what I mean? No matter where you live. So he takes the ladder and I guess he extends it. He didn't have to extend too far. The picture of the building shows you that this is a townhouse, okay? So you enter through the front right down here, so there's no doorman or anything. Second floor is right here, right here, right here, right there. So the window apparently was opened and there were no bars on the window. See, bars are a must here in New York. I mean, or any big city, or any suburb too. Bars for everyone. So he climbs up, the ladder's still there. I guess people are still walking by 2 o'clock in the morning, probably smashed after going to the club, not even realizing that this is an odd thing to see a ladder leaning against a... Then, not only were there no bars and the window was already opened, but apparently there was some sort of balcony door and the balcony door was unlocked. And I guess there was no alarm. Or maybe there was an alarm, a silent alarm, because somehow the cops ended up getting there. So I guess there was a silent alarm and maybe somebody from across the street saw it happen but didn't want to get involved and just called. So they arrested this guy. And I don't know... Back in jail for only being out for 6 hours. All right, so Taylor invested $44 million into this home. $44 million. You would think she would invest $34 million and take the other $10 million and have her own round-the-clock security. And, you know, as lifestyles of the rich and famous goes, generally speaking, a lot of the rich people that you know, they invest in real estate, so they really don't live wherever they live. They might have one place that they call their favorite, but you know, she might plop here when she comes to New York if she doesn't feel like staying in a hotel, you know, which I love hotel staying. There's one door in, one door out, cameras on every floor, doorman downstairs, there's the concierge, you know, you're protected. And then the media had the nerve I can't even say the address, but it started with a 5. I think it was 13. I don't remember the street address. But the media posted her whole address. And the media's been doing this a lot recently. Like, they will post a full celebrity's address. Not that you can't go on GoogleEarth.com or MapQuest or anything like that and get it yourself. But it's right there. It's terrible. You know, last year, there was a separate man who scaled the fence, we covered this on Hot Topics, at her Beverly Hills home. And they only scaled the fence, they didn't get into the house. But escalation is scary enough. And if someone broke into, like, the average person's home, they couldn't just sell it and move right away, because that's all your stuff, and sometimes you don't have a choice. But in the case of Taylor Swift, you have a choice. I would sell both of those homes and move quickly someplace else. And you might say that the media has accountability because media is posting addresses and things like that, but no, not really, because the addresses are also on the internet. So the media is just parroting what is already on the internet. If anything, people have the responsibilities. If you're gonna be a celebrity, you know, and Taylor seems like a smart girl. She doesn't seem like one of these dumb girls who's strictly led by accountants and agents and her mother and stuff. She's got her own mind. You would think that she would at least be a little bit smarter. You know, like you're the last one out of your house. I don't care if I am Taylor Swift. I'm going back inside and I'm jiggling every lock. I'm gonna make sure the alarm is on. I'm gonna make sure, like that townhouse, she had it customized. First of all, she blew out 3 different apartments, so it was a giant place. Yeah, that giant. And one of the areas in the house was specifically for a security person to be there with her all the time, not a lover. A security man to be there all the time. So I don't know whether he was there, whether he was sleeping, whether he was with her on the road. I don't know what, but something has got to be done. And Taylor, you've got the money to do it. Sorry to report the story, but I'm sure you'll get over it. So there's this plus size model, and she's really mad at Future. And her name is Nayo. Do you know her? Yeah. Oh, you know Nayo. Clap if you know Nayo. Well, that's Nayo. And Nayo is a model, and she was in Miami, and she wanted to go to the club. Well, this is what models do. So, in between posing for pictures. And I guess you can get a 2-for-1. You pose for pictures at the club, that way your day is done. Anyway, so there's this Miami club promoter that she says she's friends with, and he invited her to the club where he was doing the promotion, where Future was performing that particular night in Miami, right? And the club is one of these clubs that fits 1,000, 2,000 people. You know what I mean? So the joint is jumping, and allegedly Nayo called the promoter, or the promoter called her?
While she was on her way.
Right. Nayo was in the car on her way. And the promoter called her and said, "Don't bother coming. Future asked for no fatties." Well, after the story spread on social media, Future tweeted, "Stop capping on my name, I love all women." That's all he said. Now, mind you, he didn't have to say anything. I kind of wish he didn't say anything, just to give breadth to the story. Nayo, the model, contacted Future privately on his DM and asked him to clear up the situation, He says, she said, you're accusing the wrong person for lying. That's what Future said to her. Because she was like, you know, clear up the situation, clear this up. And he's like, you're accusing the wrong person for lying. So he didn't say she was fat, he didn't say she was ugly, he didn't say anything about discriminating. But now she's taking it in her hands to possibly file a discrimination suit. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. I mean, Future, people know Nao, but Nao doesn't have money like a Naomi Campbell. My assumption is lawyers are very expensive. They're expensive in your wallet and they're expensive on your time going back and forth to court. It's a waste of time, Nao. This is what I think happened. You know, I'm a girl, I've been around. I know a lot of club promoters. I've been involved with that business for a very long time. You know, when a promoter hires an act, this would be Future that night, but any act, when they hire an act to appear at their club, sometimes promoters get overzealous and feel as though they own that act for the night. Listen to what I'm saying. Like, we're giving you $100,000 to come to our club, so you'll perform 3 songs. And by the way, my mother and my aunt want to take special pictures with you over here. And, you know, here's where the VIP is going to be set up, Future. And you can have the best lighting in the VIP, but look, I got a list of people that I want to be on the VIP too. Because see, long after Future or whatever celebrity leaves town, that club promoter still has to gain his name as being the biggest promoter in town. So these promoters do all kinds of things. And, you know, you're in Miami where the girls are, they're all beautiful. This girl is a beautiful girl, but, you know, people can be very superficial. And being a little thicker at a Future party might not have been the thing that this club promoter thought the Future wanted. And so Nao is upset. Nao never got into the club. What do you do though? You know, you're on a line, you've seen it. You know, the clubs, there's a huge line outside of a nightclub, and each person looks better than the rest. And you've also seen it where there's a line scouter or several line scouters. You, come to the front of the line. You know what, don't even bother. Don't bother. That's it, look. It's mean. If you want to party, it's not just a night out. It is really time consuming. And you might get your feelings hurt. So in conclusion, I don't think that this was Future. I do think that club promoters have a way about them in wanting to be, you know, king of all clubs. And Nao, you're a very beautiful girl. Don't sue Future. This is not even worth it. Well, when I say Little Kim, everybody always goes crazy. We like her. We like her. So, the original Queen Bee. All right, it looks like Little Kim and Chili from TLC and Maya, that artist from back in the day. Remember Maya? Uh-huh. Well, it looks like they're teaming up to do a reality show. This would be a good idea. Somebody in my Hot Topics meeting said they're really running out of ideas. This is a real stretch. I said, well, no, not really. I would watch this over Pimple Popper. And I like Pimple Popper. But I would watch this because these are women from my era, and I'm wondering what did happen to them. They've all maintained their looks and their figures. They can all, they're all very, what? Yeah, well, don't talk about Kim, okay? Fall back. She's gonna be here next week. We're gonna be able to talk to her. It's something. Is it next week or a few weeks, Norman?
In a couple weeks.
In a couple weeks she'll be here? Kim will be here in a couple weeks. I haven't seen her in a very, very long time. You can state the obvious, but this is not about that. This is about that the 3 of them were filming in Barbados recently, and a source close to VH1 actually said that VH1 might be the network picking it up, and the show might be called Girls Crew. I think that this is great, and this is what I want the premise to be. I don't want the premise to be where they're looking for the next them. I don't want them to, the 3 of them, to get together and put together a supergroup. You know what I want it to be? I want it to be 3 middle-aged women who at one point had huge careers and somehow other music took over, and life had its way with them. And I just want to know their stories. Like, what are they doing? Even right down to, I don't even so much care about who they're dating or if they're dating. I definitely don't want them to include children if they all have children, because children sometimes water down the sazon that we like on our reality shows. You know what I mean? Clap if this is a show that you would watch. Right? Well, now, like I told you, they say VH1 may be picking it up, but maybe equals nobody's picked it up yet. Somebody right now is using money to make some footage. And if the footage is good, then we're part of the promotion. We want the show. Show the show. Hey, there was even word that maybe they were trying to do it like a scripted show. I said, scripted? Who's acting? Don't act. Be real. Reality. That's what we want. Okay. Now here at Wendy, you know we love fashion. At all costs. By the way, $14.99 Old Navy, right? Celebrating Women's Month. It's Women's Month. Cupcake. Anyway, here at Wendy, we love fashion. And have you seen this new jean? Okay, it's a new trend, asymmetrical jeans. Here's the picture. One leg is, okay, clap if you love them. Oh, Brendan, the girl with the blonde in the front, and me. Well, look, I loved them right away. Brendan, you're not wearing them or Suzanne will throw you out. And girl in the front, you're still on the fence. So I'm the only one who is a definite. The thing is that even when you feel 25, at 54, I know that there's some things that we just can't pull off no matter what. Like, I wouldn't wear these, but I applaud the 25 and under girls that would wear them. And so we here at Wendy, our employees are not only smart, but they're also stylish. And so we have one of my employees right here. Adriana, come on over. Turn, model. See, model them. I think they're cute. Now, these are retailing for $325 at the Top Shop. But P.S. here at Wendy, you know I'm a girl on a budget. And I surround myself by talented people. So my Michael Lee, who's in charge of my set design, he went home and got on the sewing machine and ripped up some jeans and made them. I love them right away. Don't you?
I love them.
Have you worn them in the street yet?
No, not yet. We're saving them for a brunch.
What? You're not gonna wear them home today?
I might.
Does it feel weird walking like?
No, they're really comfortable, really stretchy.
I like them. All right. So again, now that you see them and maybe I convinced you, clap if you like these. Oh. Thank you, Adriana. Now back to work. Cute. Hey, we've got more great show for you, everybody. Up next, the very funny DL Hughley is here, so grab a snack and come on back.